Reset Theory, A New Perspective on Life, Death, and Rebirth. Author, Naveed Jamshidi. Introduction. In our quest to understand life and death, many turn to ideas like reincarnation or the afterlife. But what if there was another way to view life's cyclical nature, one that doesn't require a soul or supernatural explanations? This is the essence of my concept, Reset Theory, the idea that life is a continuous loop of fresh starts, where every birth marks a complete reset of consciousness. Reset Theory doesn't rely on spiritual beliefs. It's rooted in natural processes, suggesting that every new life is a clean slate, free from the burdens of past lives. While death may close one chapter, it's simply part of an ongoing cycle, allowing life to begin anew. What is Reset Theory? At its core, Reset Theory proposes that with each birth, a person starts anew without any memories, past experiences, or connection to previous lives. Think of it like resetting a device. When you reset a phone or computer, it returns to its original state, unaffected by previous data. Similarly, when someone is born, they're essentially starting a new life, with no knowledge of what happened before. This reset doesn't involve any mystical forces or a soul. It's a purely biological process. Each life is a fresh chapter, not a continuation of the previous one. The person born is a completely new consciousness, not a continuation of a past self. How Reset Theory differs from traditional reincarnation. In traditional reincarnation, people believe the soul moves from one body to another after death, carrying memories and experiences from past lives. This is a key aspect of spiritual practices like Hinduism and Buddhism, where reincarnation serves as a way to learn and grow. Reset Theory challenges this. Instead of seeing reincarnation as the soul's journey through multiple lives, it suggests each birth is a standalone experience. When you're born, you aren't bringing memories, traits, or experiences from past lives. You're starting from scratch as a brand new consciousness. The difference is clear. Traditional reincarnation believes the soul persists over time, while Reset Theory treats each life as isolated, with no continuity beyond a single existence. No inherited specialness at birth. A central idea in Reset Theory is that we aren't born inherently special. Yes, we inherit genetic traits from our parents, but these are just the result of biological processes, not part of some mystical connection. When you're born, you're not a continuation of an eternal soul. Instead, you're simply a new life, entering the world with no past to define you. Your identity, personality, and experiences are built from scratch during this life. You are not you because of past lives or experiences. You're you because you exist here and now. This shift in perspective helps remove the fear of "will I be born again?" Instead, it reminds us that every life is a unique opportunity to experience the world from a fresh perspective. What about being born as an animal? A common question in discussions of reincarnation is whether we could be reborn as an animal, as some beliefs suggest. In Reset Theory, the focus isn't on the specifics of where or what you're reborn into, but rather on the understanding that you're not special in the way many assume. If a human were to be reborn as an animal, they wouldn't have the same self-awareness or consciousness that they had as a human. Animals experience life differently. They live based on instinct and immediate surroundings, not deep self-reflection. So, being born as an animal would mean experiencing life from that animal's perspective, without any memory of being human. While it's possible in theory, you wouldn't retain your human consciousness or identity. You would simply live as the animal, experiencing existence from its point of view. How Reset Theory differs from atheism's view of the afterlife. Atheism generally holds that death marks the end of consciousness. Once you die, that's the end. There's no soul, no afterlife, no continuation. Reset Theory shares some similarities with atheism, in that it doesn't believe in an immortal soul. But it differs by not seeing death as the absolute end. Instead, death is part of a never-ending cycle. While an individual consciousness ends, new lives begin, each with its own fresh start. So, Unlike atheism, which sees death as the final end, reset theory offers a view where life keeps going, continuously cycling through new beginnings. Reset theory vs. the tabula rasa concept. An important comparison to consider when discussing reset theory is the idea of tabula rasa, or the blank slate. This concept, which has roots in early modern philosophy and psychology, suggests that humans are born without any built-in mental content. According to this theory, knowledge and personality are shaped entirely by experience and environmental factors. The most famous proponents of this idea were John Locke in the 17th century and later, in the 20th century, behaviorists like B.F. Skinner. This view holds that humans, at birth, are like an empty canvas, with life experiences painting their identity over time. However, while the tabula rasa concept aligns with some aspects of reset theory, the two ideas differ fundamentally. Tabula rasa suggests that, at birth, humans have no prior mental content, but it doesn't propose that there is a reset of any biological or neurological processes. It mainly focuses on the mental and experiential aspects of life. Reset theory, in contrast, posits that life is a biological cycle where consciousness and memory reset entirely with each new life. Essentially, your mind is not just a blank slate, but an entirely new consciousness. In this sense, the person who is born under reset theory is not simply devoid of past memories or experiences, but is a wholly different instance of consciousness, biologically distinct from any prior existence. This is where reset theory diverges significantly. While tabula rasa leaves the possibility of biological continuity intact, reset theory suggests that each new life is an entirely new and separate entity, devoid of any remnants of previous biological or mental states. In a way, reset theory challenges the idea that one's identity could be an ongoing continuity over time, emphasizing that each new life is a completely fresh start on both a mental and biological level. In essence, reset theory goes a step further than tabula rasa by incorporating not only a fresh mental start but a biological reset that extends beyond mental experience, offering a new model for understanding the cycle of life, death, and rebirth without invoking supernatural concepts. No fear of death, life as a continuous cycle. One of the most transformative aspects of reset theory is how it reshapes our view of death. Many fear death because they see it as the end of their existence or fear an unknown afterlife. But in reset theory, death isn't something to fear, it's just a transition. Life is a continuous cycle. When one life ends, another begins, offering a new consciousness and new experiences. There's no afterlife to dread, just the continuation of life in a new form. This perspective offers peace. Death is no longer an end, but simply part of a larger process. It removes the terror often associated with death, allowing us to embrace the continuous flow of existence. This idea doesn't need to be proven. It's important to understand that reset theory doesn't require empirical proof. It's not something that needs scientific validation to be meaningful. Instead, it's a concept that has existed in human thought, albeit not widely acknowledged. Like many ideas throughout history, reset theory has always been a part of human experience, waiting to be recognized. By understanding it, we're not inventing a new truth, but rediscovering something that reflects the natural, cyclical nature of life. Why reset theory matters? Reset theory offers a radical new way to think about life and death. Instead of focusing on an ongoing soul journey through many lives, it encourages us to see each life as an opportunity. Each time we're born, we begin anew, free from past mistakes and memories. This view removes the weight of past lives, offering freedom to fully embrace each moment. We're not defined by what came before, we're defined by who we are now. Reset theory allows us to live with purpose, without being tied to previous identities. It also offers liberation from the fear of death. If life is a cycle, death isn't the end, but a transition to a new beginning, like waking up each day with a fresh start. Conclusion. Reset theory challenges conventional ideas of reincarnation, the soul, and the afterlife. It invites us to see life and death not as linear events, but as part of an eternal cycle. By accepting this perspective, we can let go of the fears surrounding death, knowing that life continues to unfold in new and unexpected ways. With reset theory, we can approach life with peace, understanding that death isn't the end, it's simply part of the continuous process of renewal. Life is a series of fresh starts, and each one is filled with potential and possibility.